The Springbok captain just made the most emotional decision of his career. Siya Kolisi is leaving the Sharks and returning to the Stormers in Cape Town. And the reason will break your heart. He's choosing his kids over his career, taking a pay cut to be near them after his divorce. This is family first, and it's beautiful. Watch this. Siya wanted to retire at the Sharks. He planned to finish his career in Durban, but everything changed when he and Rachel Kolisi divorced and his kids stayed in Cape Town for school. Now he's making the ultimate sacrifice, leaving the team he loves, taking less money just to be close to his children. The Stormers are getting their captain back after 5 years. And if you're not subscribed right now, you're missing the most emotional Springbok stories on YouTube. Hit subscribe right now because this gets even more incredible. Do it now. Let me explain how massive this decision is. Siya Kolisi is the Springbok captain, double World Cup winner, 103 test caps. He's a legend. When he moved from the Stormers to the Sharks in 2021, it was huge news. The Sharks got the best player in South African rugby. He became their captain, their leader, their inspiration, and he planned to retire there, to finish his career in Durban wearing black and white. But then, life happened. Siya and Rachel Kolisi got divorced earlier this year. It was heartbreaking for fans who loved their relationship, but the really difficult part was deciding where the kids would live and go to school. They chose Cape Town. That's where their schools are, where their friends are, where their stability is. And suddenly, Siya faced an impossible choice: stay in Durban with the Sharks and see his kids occasionally, or move back to Cape Town to be near them, even if it means leaving the team he loves. And if you're watching without subscribing, you're missing daily Springbok stories that hit different. Thousands subscribe every week for content like this. Don't be left out. Subscribe now. Here's where Siya's decision becomes truly remarkable. To return to the Stormers, he had to take a significant pay cut. Rugby players at his level make massive salaries. The Sharks were paying him well, but the Stormers' budget is different. Their financial situation is different. They can't match what the Sharks were paying. So Siya had to make a choice: more money in Durban away from his kids, or less money in Cape Town near his children. He chose his kids without hesitation. The money didn't matter. The career prestige didn't matter. Being near his children, being present in their lives, being able to see them regularly, that's what mattered. This is a man who has won everything in rugby: 2 World Cups, multiple championships. He doesn't need to prove anything anymore. What he needs is to be a present father, and he's willing to sacrifice money and career comfort to make that happen. Think about how rare this is in professional sports. Most athletes chase the biggest contracts. They prioritize money and career over everything else. But Siya is doing the opposite. He's taking less money to prioritize family. That's not just admirable, that's inspirational. That's showing young athletes that there are things more important than money and fame. Now let's talk about what this return means for the Stormers, because Siya isn't just any player coming back. He's a legend returning to where it all started. Siya played 118 matches for the Stormers from 2012 to 2021. He became Springbok captain while at the Stormers. He won the 2019 World Cup as a Stormers player. This is his home. This is where he developed into the player and leader he is today. The Stormers fans love Siya. When he left for the Sharks in 2021, it broke hearts in Cape Town. They understood why he left, but they wished he could stay. Now, 5 years later, he's coming back. The prodigal son returning home. The captain coming back to lead the team he loves. Cape Town is going to explode when he runs onto the field at DHL Stadium wearing that Stormers jersey again. And here's what makes this even more special. The current Stormers team is incredible. They're 10-0 in the URC, undefeated. They just beat the Bulls with Siya watching from the stands. Now imagine adding Siya Kolisi's leadership and experience to that team. They're already dominating. With Siya, they become unstoppable. Before I reveal Siya's mentorship mission, make sure you're subscribed. Hit that button now because what's coming next shows why he's more than just a player. Do it now. But here's the beautiful part that makes this return even more meaningful. Siya isn't just coming back to play, he's coming back to mentor the next generation. Stormers coach John Dobson said nobody else could mentor young players like Siya can. This is about building something bigger than just winning matches. This is about developing future Springboks. The Stormers are calling it Project 2029, building toward the next World Cup. And who better to mentor young players than a double World Cup captain? Siya will work with players like Sacha Feinberg-Mungotsu, who's already a superstar at 23. He'll work with Evan Roos, the powerful number 8. He'll work with young forwards learning what it takes to compete at the highest level. His experience, his leadership, his wisdom, all of that gets passed down to the next generation. This is how you build a dynasty. You don't just recruit great players, you bring in leaders who can teach and develop others. Siya, at 35 years old, still has plenty left to give on the field, but his real value now is what he can teach younger players: how to handle pressure, how to lead a team, how to perform when everything is on the line. Those lessons are priceless. So let me recap this emotional story. Siya Kolisi, Springbok captain, double World Cup winner, 103 test caps, is leaving the Sharks and returning to the Stormers. He's choosing his kids over his career, taking a pay cut to be near them in Cape Town, returning to the team where he became a legend, joining an undefeated Stormers squad that's 10-0, and taking on a mentorship role to develop the next generation for the 2029 World Cup. This is family first. This is leadership. This is what a real captain looks like. If this story touched your heart, smash that like button. Subscribe and turn on all notifications, because tomorrow I'm revealing the Stormers' secret plan to dominate with Siya, and you can't miss it. Drop a comment saying family first if you respect Siya's decision. The Springbok captain is coming home. Cape Town is getting their leader back. The Stormers are about to become unstoppable. See you tomorrow. Peace.